All right, today we're gonna do a shoe review. The brand is called Ours Is Yours, and the model I got is called the North, and I got the high version. They also make a low version, so if you're not into highs, you can get the lows, but my ankles are crap, so I always get the highs just to get that protection. But I skated these all the way through just so I can give you a good review on these. These are my old ones, not too bad right here, but I can't fix the bottoms, so these are pretty much done. And I've been waiting to make this video so I can just get rid of these and put the new ones on, but I bought both of these on sale, and that's how I usually get my shoes because I'm not trying to spend like $90 on new skate shoes. Good price, these are good shoes. When I found these shoes, I was just looking online for shoes sales and stuff like that, and I happened to find these. I had never tried them before, but they were pretty cheap. I think they were like $40, so I got 2 pairs just because they were so cheap, and I just hope for the best. And yeah, they were pretty good, and I'll get into that in just a minute, but let's go over the specs on the website first before I give my opinions on these shoes and how I feel about them. All right, so this is the Ours Is Yours website. I'm just gonna look at the pictures of the shoes before we move on. But I wanted to mention first that this is Brian Herman's company, I believe. He's an amazing skater, so he's making amazing shoes, I'm sure. But I also failed to mention that if you like wider shoes, I like wide shoes, so these definitely fit my foot good for the width. So if you're looking for some wider shoes that are high, these feel pretty good. But one more thing I wanted to mention before I start reading about these is that the heel kind of feels a little bit weird to me, like it rubs on the back of my foot. But I also noticed that if you slide your foot and push your toes to the front of the shoe first before you tie them tight, your foot kind of settles in a good place, and it doesn't really do that as much. So just one more thing I wanted to mention. So let's go back up to the top real quick. So we got the logo way at the top, got the shoes. These are the exact ones, the colors that I got. They're called the Ours Is Yours North Black Off-White. These ones are $65, but as you can see, the ones I got were $34. But this, like I was saying, these are final sale. So I don't know, get them quick while you can. I think they're gonna discontinue these shoes soon, so I don't know what's going on. But looks like they got some good sizes still, so get them while they're hot. But anyways, final sale. The North is our new high top design with details to showcase our attention to detail and design style for years to come. Made of premium suede and pigskin lining with heavy grade nylon back strip incorporated with a full overlay wrap around, glued and double stitched for maximum durability. It also says it has a suede upper, goddess insole. I mentioned I didn't really like the soles that much, but I mean, you could always swap them out if you want. No problem there. They got the vulcanized outsole in gum color. Always like that. They got the pigskin / mesh lining. I don't know if I've ever had shoes with pigskin before, but they felt pretty good, so maybe that's what I like. I don't know. Anyways, nylon back heel strip. I think you can see that in one of these pictures. Yeah, this one. That looks pretty cool. Looks kind of like carbon fiber, actually. But let's go back. Also, they're built for skateboarding, obviously. So that's about it that the website says. So I just wanted to go through that before I get back into my review and talk about how I feel about these shoes. So let's get back to that. All right, so before we get into how I feel about the shoes, I noticed that the actual shoes that I got didn't have that much details about it. So I got into this about section, and I just wanted to read it because it kind of confirms some of the things I was talking about. It is owned by Brian Herman, but I'm just going to read what they have here. So we got the About Ours Is Yours page. You can see Brian Herman right there, also Dennis Martin. So let's see what it says. What's Ours Is Yours? Ours Is Yours opens its doors as a skater-owned footwear company for 2021, created by Dennis Martin and Brian Herman as an authentic skate and lifestyle footwear company within the skate industry. Ours Is Yours is a destination for quality product made by skateboarders with everyone in mind. Our product line consists of skate and casual footwear, including apparel and home goods that reflect our design aesthetic. Herman and Martin come with over 15 years experience in the footwear design, merchandising, and marketing. We're going inside out with everything we do, and it starts with skateboarders and skateboarding first. Dedicated to restoring authenticity in the skateboard industry, Ours Is Yours pays homage to legends that have inspired us while creating opportunity for future generations. What's ours is yours. That's pretty cool. I like that. I didn't know that's what the name meant, so that's pretty cool. But let's get into how I feel about these shoes. All right, so before I show you the new shoes, let's just go over these, what wore out first. So I would say this part wore out first with the hole on the side, but it's not too bad. It went all the way through, but it lasted a really long time. And then now that these happened second, a little bit later, they're pretty much done to me because I don't think there's any way to really fix a hole in the bottom of shoes. Not that I've found anyways. Like I've said in previous reviews, if you know a way to fix the bottom of the shoe, I mean, shoe glue doesn't work, but if you know how to do it, let me know in the comments. Let all of us know in the comments so we can fix it without having to buy new shoes all the time. It'd be nice to be sponsored. But anyways, here's the new ones, all fresh looking, brand new, looks stiff still and solid. These ones, as you can tell, worn out. They're kind of floppy now. They don't have that stiffness anymore like new shoes do. And you kind of need that when you're trying to do flip tricks. You want the board to be responsive and stuff, so time for some new ones. But anyways, how I feel about these, honestly, I think I've mentioned before that the skate highs, the Vans skate highs are my favorite shoes, and I haven't had them in a long time, honestly, so I don't know how they are anymore. And I've seen them in stores. They kind of raise the price, and it seems like they're made out of different materials now, so I don't know if they're the same shoe anymore. I've noticed Vans shoes are starting to get like skinnier too, so I don't know what that's about. But when I first got these, honestly, they felt a lot like the Vans skate highs. You know, the top part feels pretty much identical to the Vans skate high because they're so thin, which I like, because if it's too padded right here, it lets your ankle kind of bend, and I want it to be stiffer so it holds your ankle in place. If you tie these tight, it feels like it will prevent them from rolling. So these are pretty good for the upper part. How's it going?
Smash your shoes to get my buddy here?
What?
You gotta smash your shoes to get my buddy here?
Nah, I don't get free shoes. I'm just trying to do YouTube shit. So. I honestly feel stupid as shit with you guys like watching me right now.
No, don't worry about it. You gotta get your money.
I'm not monetized yet, but I'm trying to get there.
Yeah.
Almost there.
It's all about it.
Well, they don't make Vans in white anymore, bro.
Vans are too expensive now, too.
Yeah.
I can't even afford those.
Here, we'll get out of your shop.
No, you're good. All right, so for the insoles, they feel pretty good, but they're a little weird feeling, like not perfectly molded to your feet like some other shoes, but they're not bad. They don't hurt or anything. They're just like not perfectly comfortable. So that's the only flaw I would say that these shoes have, but other than that, everything is really good. I like these shoes a lot. And next up, the bottom, I kind of like this pattern. Whatever it is, it gives a lot of grip. Right when I put them on, they felt instantly like really grippy and perfect. Basically exactly what I want. It's pretty similar to the Vans skate highs, like I was saying, but just a different pattern, I guess. So I don't know, the wave pattern versus the crisscross checker pattern like Vans has, I don't know what's better. They seem pretty good, so I'll let you guys decide. Like I showed you before, they're pretty stiff when you first get them. Like these are the old ones, so you can see how much they've worn out. These are the new ones. I'm giving the same amount of force and they're not moving very much, so pretty stiff, pretty solid when you first get them. These ones I've had for maybe, I would say, a good 5-6 months at least. I don't get to skate every day like I used to because I have a kid now. I have 2 kids now, but I still get out like twice a week and I skate as hard as I can. So I should say I skate as hard as I'm able to. So pretty decent shoes. Another thing, probably the only other thing that I didn't mention is the tongue. It's pretty thin, just like the skate highs also. So if you find these on sale, they're pretty good. I would get them. Honestly, I don't know how much longer these shoes are going to be around because I was looking at the website and it seems like everything is on sale for the North model, but I checked online and the shoes, the brand isn't going anywhere, so you don't have to worry about that. But aside from that, that's about all I have to say about these shoes. So let's get some glamour shots before, and then I'll finish the video off with some skating, with some more skating. All right, so here's the old ones one more time. Like I said, that's why they're done, so toss those ones. And here's the new ones, all sexy looking, fresh. Ours is yours. Get the logos in the shot. Inside the shoe if I can. I don't know if you saw that when I was going around the shoes, but on sale for, oh, even cheaper than I said, $34 I can't read that, but it's 30 something.